So what is your names and who are you and can you spell out your name for me?
I'm Teddy Tran, TEDDYTRAN.
And I'm Zach Black, ZACKBLACK. So we're co-founders of Turnpyke. Yeah, I think it started as more of a desire to kind of get involved with the live music scene in Lawrence, right? So
Sure.
like we had we wanted to start doing like the live shows, right? Um, and we did that. We started doing shows at the toll booth, and then it kind of ended up growing as we established, more connections and we made more friends in the music scene. Kind of grew to, helping out bands with distribution or booking, a one-off show here and there, like doing the festival later on.
So we're at the toll booth. The toll booth is our house. In the basement, we do house shows, DIY shows, and book local acts, and just try and bring in good lineups and provide a accessible experience to people that wanted to, listen to live music.
Yeah, we try to make it accessible for the people who are coming out to the show. Like there's a large population of people, music enjoyers in Lawrence who aren't 21, right? So they can't get into some venues. Or, ticket prices have been going up for years, right? So some shows you want to go to are super expensive. Whereas, at the toll booth, we're able to keep tickets, $5 every show, right? Get as many people who want to come see live music to come see it. And then we also keep it accessible for the bands too, being that, you know, it kind of started with this opinion, this feeling that, local bands might not get their fair share, right? Getting booked at traditional venues. Whereas here we're able to give 100% of everything that we make back to the bands.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting because Turnpike was like the Instagram name, but it started through the toll booth. And once we started doing shows, then, and also working with other people and meeting bands, I think that's when, like, because Turnpike is the label and toll booth is the venue. I think, like, after a couple shows and just of talking and being, like, close with people and bands, it was like, okay, well, with our music enterprise background, and taking classes at KU, we realized, okay, this is something we could help people out with. And there was kind of like a trial period, and then like things started to work out to some extent, and that was when that connection kind of made sense. Originally, it was just the Instagram name because Toll Booth is taken, but it's really cool the kind of levels between, where that name came from and Toll Booth Turnpike. That's pretty cool to us, but.
We had talked about, there was always like an idea about helping artists, being involved in a music community, and bringing people together through music, right? But when we first started out, we had talked about, maybe like gathering community events in a blog format. Maybe that's Turnpike, or maybe Turnpike is more media, photo and video and music coverage and that kind of thing. But we talked about wanting to have something tangible, right? Wanting to have an experience that people could go to that wasn't just like a media format, like an online format. And that's kind of where the separation between Turnpike and Toll Booth came in, and how the idea for doing these live shows in a scene where live music is the pillar of music in the scene, right? That's kind of where that idea came in.
Another thing is that as we explored like the different forms of which Turnpike would exist, we also found that like there's a lot of people in town that were like doing great things already, and like, we could try and fit in that niche, but they're already doing that and they're doing it great. So it's like with the label kind of decision, it was like, well, there's not really anybody else in town that's doing something like that. So that was cool to kind of go that way.